This is TV18 and you are watching CNN IBN.
Hi there. Now here's a shocker. Those who are living on just 32 rupees a day are not poor people, said the Planning Commission in an affidavit in the Supreme Court. The government said this figure of rupees 32 is according to a new poverty line that has been laid down by the Tendulkar Committee and adjusted for price rise. But experts say the government is only trying to artificially lower the number of poor people in India and is trying to get out of its responsibility of providing health, education and food. You know what the rupees 32 figure is, if I could just inform our viewers, it's a per capita consumption number. That is, it's people who are spending 32 rupees per day per person. So if you divide 32 into 4 into a 4-member family, you get 128, and you multiply 128 into 30, that is the amount that four people are spending over a month, you get 3,840. Now there would be many people in urban areas who are living on 3,840 rupees a day. Should they be classified as under the poverty line?
You're right, absolutely.
Mohandas Pai, we're looking at an issue which is basically centered around who is entitled to free food. Now, in a situation where the government is attempting to target subsidies to give free food to the people who really need it, isn't it important that the government arrives at an accurate figure of who are the people who actually need the free food? If people who are getting or who are spending above rupees 32 don't need the free food, then if they get it, they will simply siphon it away, it will leak away. So then it makes sense for the government to try and target the free food to the people who actually need it.
45% of our children are malnourished. How can we as a civilized country accept this? So I think the government should revise it and make sure that at least in the case of food, all those who need food are given adequate food at whatever they need, free of cost, so that hunger is eliminated.
Free food must be available to those who need it, not just a government specified formula. Sunil Jain, is the government simply trying to abdicate its responsibilities? Is it trying to just roll back the welfare state, or that it doesn't need to provide food, it doesn't need to provide education, doesn't need to provide health to people who are living on, who are spending 32 rupees a day? It's classifying those people as not poor people, therefore abdicating its responsibility for those people who are living on that shockingly low figure of 32 rupees a day.
And I think there are several factors here. For one, the government is not saying that 32 rupees a day is adequate. It's saying that it's poor. So it's, you know, we are confusing issues by saying the government is saying that 32 rupees is fine.
It's saying it's above the poverty line.
The government is saying 30. 1 minute, Sagrika, 1 minute. The government is saying 32 rupees is poverty line. 40% of Indians are poor. So the government is admitting 40% of people are poor. So when Jodres or anybody else says that we have shocking poverty, shocking malnutrition, of course the government is admitting it. So to say that the government is hiding numbers, that's not true. Absolute
poverty or destitute poverty is declining. The Planning Commission says poverty has declined from 37.2% in 0405 to 32% in 910. Tendulkar Committee says poverty has declined from 45.3% in 93-94 to 37.2% in 45. When poverty is declining, according to these figures, why should the yardsticks by which poverty is measured not be readjusted?
To talk of poverty declining or decreasing, it's so awful, because you're just doing jugglery with figures here and there. And to say that at 31 rupees you can get a kilo of wheat and so on, as the gentleman just said, I mean, come on, you're talking about 31 rupees, which is supposed to include rent,
right,
clothing, your footwear, you know, your medical care and so on. And I tell you, in Jangpura market, where I go to buy, bananas for my little baby girl, it's 60 rupees for 12 bananas.
Right.
30 rupees is 6 bananas. So, your poverty line is 2 bananas in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the evening. And if I have 1 more at night, I'll be told by Montek Singh Ahluwalia that, well, poverty is, I've gone above the poverty line, poverty has decreased, I've eaten 1 more banana at night,
Right, I think you're making a very important point. I think you're making an important point. Can an individual live on rupees 32 a day in urban India? 94 are there saying no, disagreeing very strongly with the Planning Commission. Thanks for watching.